What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and you know what we got for you, man. We got a little video, a little discussion. You know how we do on the channel. Listen, I got a question for y'all before I get into this video. Got just a little bit of a question. If you've been around Fragcom a while, then you know we went from maybe the NAR stage, where things like Jakar was very popular, to the aquatic stage. Then we kind of went on sort of a blue run. And now we're into this very, very sweet, fruity, unisex type of fragrance. My question for you guys is very simple. Why is it that people that are not necessarily frag heads, but do like fragrances, why are they more attracted or more drawn to expensive fragrances? Like, I know a lot of frag heads like you guys, and just like fellow reviewers. You know, I'm going to use Bach 540 for an example. It's a good smelling fragrance. But most of us, the average reviewer, would rock with Al Harame's Amber Oud Rouge because it's way cheaper, and we understand that it performs maybe even better, but it's a fraction of the cost. So why is it that people that just have maybe 5, 10, 15 bottles of cologne, of fragrances, why is it that they're drawn to the MFKs or the Creed Aventis, and how are they hearing about these fragrances? Is it YouTube? Is it TV? Like, where are they hearing about fragrances like Creed Aventis? Because at one time it was all a rave and everybody had to have it. You know what I'm saying? So just a little thought, something for you to ponder on. You know, get down in the comments with me on that one. Just curious about it. Now, enough about that. Like, share, and sub, if you will, if you feel I've earned it. Now, let's get to these 7 men fragrances from my collection that are basic, but they're bangers. They're basic, they're bangers. And we've kind of gotten away from fragrances like this in Fragcom. Some of them may have a little bit of a citrus vibe. Some of them may have a little bit of a spice vibe. But for the most part, they're really just basic fragrances. But they do work and they do smell good. And I'll give you a perfect example. And the first one, and I think this house, this brand, does the low-key, subtle banger fragrance better than anybody out there. The house is Ralph Lauren Polo, and this is Ralph Lauren's Ralph Club, and this is a parfum concentration. This is not the parfum. I will be adding the parfum, but this is a parfum concentration, and this is just a very generic, basic fragrance, but it is a banger. For whatever reason, this fragrance smells good. It will garner you compliments. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit woody. It's a little bit fresh. It's a little bit clean. It is the definition of basic, but it smells good. I've yet to wear this fragrance around a young lady and not get a compliment. Just like most of the fragrances from Polo, they don't perform the best as far as projection. Now, the thing that's tricky about the Polo, oh, that smells good. Very, very sweet. The thing that's tricky about the Polo fragrances, and I learned this from Ultra Blue, you will lose track of them, but if you spray those bad boys on your t-shirts or your polo shirts or whatever you have on, it's gonna hang in there for a while. Now, is it gonna be monster, beast mode, beastly? No, it's gonna be in an arm's reach. They're not gonna be protruding all the way across the room, projecting all the way across the room. They're not. You know, they're very close quarter, arm reach type fragrances. But in that arm reach, you're gonna smell good. And if you walk by, they're gonna leave a nice little scent. You'll lose track of it and think, man, this fragrance doesn't perform. But then I challenge you to wear it, pick your shirt up the next day out of your hamper and smell it and see if it's not still on there. But Ralph Club, to me, I wanted to go with this one first because to me it is the definition of a basic, generic fragrance that just bangs. I could have and probably should have put Prada Ocean on this list as well, because to me it gives off the same type of vibe, or Eternity Air. Same type of vibe. Just a nice, crisp, airy fragrance. Basic as can be, but it just works. Don't know why. They just work. From the house of Polo, it is Ralph Club. All right, this next one is a car company, and just basic, and it is Mercedes-Benz Man Gray. And this is just an easy, a little bit more than a dumb reach, a little bit more than a shower gel type of fragrance. Very, very, very safe. Anytime you bring up Mercedes, there's two that comes to mind: Mercedes-Benz Club Black and Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Those are the two. I had Cologne. I sold it because it was just too much like John Varvatos Artisan Pure and Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, I think. I just had several fragrances that it reminded me of, so I had no need for it, so I sold it. But this one I picked up, and it just smells good. It just smells good. Very sweet. Something in it gives it, to me, a little bit of a chocolatey vibe, if that makes any sense. Which makes it very, very versatile. All of these fragrances can be worn winter, summer, spring, or fall. I think they can all be worn in a very close office friendly type of setting. I think you can wear them to cookouts, but I think most of them are going to lend themselves to warmer weather. But again, I do think you can wear them in the winter, and I think they will get probably better performance in the winter. My suggestion is just go heavier on the sprays. That's just me. But nonetheless, I don't hear much talk about this one. I think this is one of those summertime date night fragrances. It is not the reinvention of the wheel. It is not groundbreaking. It is nothing new in this bottle. But does it smell good? The answer is yes. It smells, in my opinion, really good. Slightly clean, sweet, gourmandy type of fragrance. I'm wondering if they were reaching for Dolce & Gabbana, the One Gray. I wonder if they were trying to. I think that one has a little bit more of a citrus tone to it than this one does. This one to me is just sweet, slightly chocolate masculinity. Slightly. It's not, it's not going to remind you of what is that, which is a very good, inexpensive chocolatey fragrance. If you are looking for one, Axe Dark Temptation. And I know you're probably going, Axe? Yes. If your objection is to, if the objection, I don't want to court on you. If the object is to smell good, then what difference does it make what name is on the bottle, where it comes from, or how much it costs? Axe Dark Temptation smells really good. It does. And so does this one, man. A little bit of a citrus, nice, sweet, clean type of fragrance with just a hint of chocolatey or something chocolatey in there running through the bottom of it. I actually like this fragrance from the house of Mercedes-Benz. It is Mercedes-Benz Gray, a Man Gray. Okay, which two have I done? Let me put this one over here so I don't get this confused. This next one is from a house that I like a lot, and I think it smells pretty doggone good. The house is John Varvatos, and it is John Varvatos Nick Jonas Silver. This was a collab, and I think I sprayed this one on one of my hands. I can't remember. So I was getting things together for this video. And again, keep in mind this. Anytime you watch one of my videos, there's two things I want you to keep in mind. One, it's merely my opinion. And two, they're merely suggestions. So I'm not suggesting that you run out and go get any of these. I'm simply bringing it to your attention in case you have these in your collection and you've just forgotten about them and pushed them to the side, or in case you see them out somewhere and you can recall, hey, Trey said that's pretty solid fragrance for the money. Pretty basic. I don't want you to buy a fragrance and think you're getting something groundbreaking, because some of these jokers that sit on this side of the camera will hype up dog poop and tell you that it is amazing, and it is not. I don't want you to waste your money. I've wasted enough for both of us. But this one, again, use the same words, clean. It's a clean, crisp fragrance with a citrus undertone. Very youthful, but it doesn't smell childish or juvenile. It just smells like something that would come, well, it's Nick Jonas. John Varvatos, Nick Jonas. So there you go. I like it. Very casual. Would not try to dress this up at all. I would keep this super, super casual. Track pants and a t-shirt, v-neck and a t-shirt. As my boy Goldie said, cover your ears, Goldie, because we're going to talk about them hooping shorts, man. Just super, super casual. Nice pair of blue jeans, nice pair of tennis shoes, and a polo or a t-shirt or whatever you wear. Super, super casual. I would not try to dress this up. I wouldn't wear this to a wedding or anything like that. I would wear it to an office because it is a very alluring and pleasing scent. Is it a sexy fragrance? No. No, it's not going to make anybody, melt. But do fragrances really do that anyway? I think you have to combine the three: hygiene, personal appearance, and then the fragrance. Because if you, walking around looking tacky, it doesn't matter what you smell like, But if you dress nice, you can put on, again, an aforementioned Axe fragrance, and they're going to think it's expensive. So, but nonetheless, a nice, low-key citrus fragrance that's just easy. Just easy to wear. Again, not a groundbreaking fragrance. It does smell good, and I was picking these up at Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, places like that for under $30. And for that price, I definitely think it's worth it. John Varvatos, Nick Jonas Silver. Easy, easy, easy. Again, perfect for the summertime. Great for an office vacation. I'm not sure I would wear that one on a date unless it was somebody that I was, dating a lot. Wouldn't wear it on a first date or a first impression or anything like that. I just think it's more of a chill, laid back, easy fragrance. Again, the topic of this video was basic, but still a banger. I think it's basic, but it's definitely a banger, and I think it's a banger on a budget. Try that on for size. Sticking in the house of Nick Jonas, John Varvatos collab. Yeah, I think this is the original. Yeah. John Varvatos, Nick Jonas, which is the original, because I think there was three. There was silver, and then there was crimson. Those are the only ones that I've seen. I think those are the only ones that they have made. And I like this one as well. Again, not getting the reinvention of the wheel here. Oh, that's nice. This reminds me a little bit of Ralph Club. It reminds me just a little bit of it. They're in that same wheelhouse. Just that fresh, easy, slightly citrus, slightly woody. Well, this isn't slightly citrus. This is probably, out of all the fragrances that I have out here, this is probably the most citrus-based one of them all. But nonetheless, it smells good. It smells good. Performance is, to be desired from the John Varvatos fragrances. Well, all of these. None of these are what you would call just stellar performers. I think all of them hit the mark. They're par, 4 to 5 hours. I don't think any of them are going to give you 8 to 10. But again, if you're in a climate-controlled office setting and you wear this, fine. If you, going to church, fine. They're just easy. They're just easy. And again, this is just a suggestion. Maybe you should try this one. I like it. A little bit more citrusy than any of the other fragrances here, but at the same time, it's a little bit more linear than the rest of the fragrances, because that punch of lemon or orange is hitting you, not lemon, orange is hitting you in the face at the top, not in a rude, protruding way. It's very subtle, but still, it is there. From the house of John Varvatos collab with Nick Jonas, it is John Varvatos, Nick Jonas. Which one do I want to go with next? Let's go with this one. I call this house a gentleman's house because to me, everything that they make is gentlemanly, from their clothing to the hats to their fragrances. From the house of Penguin, it is signature blend. And I like this house. I really really do. Again, is this a mind-blowing, groundbreaking, stop the press, let's call Jeremy Fragrance up for a spin? No. Let's mortgage the house to buy a bottle fragrance? No, it's not. It's the complete opposite. It is a basic fragrance from a house that makes pretty basic and simple fragrances that smell good. I have a few from the House of Penguin. I think it's Ice Blue, On the Rocks, Nightcap, maybe my favorite. It's a very sexy, romantic, budget-friendly fragrance. And this one is a nice, easy, clean, spicy fragrance, and it dries down. When this dries down, it dries down sort of sweet. Not gourmand sweet, but still sweet. But on the top, it's got more of a professional smell than the rest of these, but nonetheless, it's still a very basic fragrance. This is one I would definitely wear to church or to work. Again, performance leaves something to be desired. You're not going to get but maybe 4.5, 5 hours. I don't really think you can overspray any of these. If there was one that you could overspray, it would be the Mercedes-Benz Gray. But I can't really see that either, though. That's nice. The Mercedes-Benz is really, really nice. And so is this one. You do get a little bit more movement from this than you do the John Varvatos Nick Jonas, as it's just pretty linear. It's going to dry down into a really, really sweet fragrance, but again, not the reinvention of the wheel with any of them, especially that JV Nick Jonas. But I like this fragrance. It goes from mature masculine to spicy to a sweet dry down. If that interests you, you may want to try Signature Blend from Penguin, and that's about a $14 or $15 fragrance. This next one is from a house that I like. I talk about this house a lot. Again, to me, this is the English version, or British version of Calvin Klein, and the house is Dunhill, and this is simply Dunhill Silver. And I like this. I like this. I like Dunhill. Yeah, basic as can be, but man, is it good. A little bit metallic, slightly citrus, a little clean in there. Easy, just easy to wear. I like this fragrance, and I'm gonna tell you something. For the $12 to $15 that you'll pay for this, this is a compliment getter. This is one of those fragrances that people just sniff you and go, somebody smells good, because I think one of the things that draws all these fragrances together and makes all 7 of them stand out is that they don't come across that you're trying too hard. They don't come across that you're trying to get the attention of everybody in the room with your fragrance. They're just subtle, but they smell really, really good. And this you can get for well under $20. I think this size bottle, which is a 50 ml, I think I paid $13 or $14 for this back before COVID, when you could go into Marshalls and they had tons of fragrances. I like it, and I like it. I just like it. Very easy to wear, slightly citrusy, clean, slightly woody, masculine, just a nice, generic, basic, but easy fragrance. Nothing off-putting about this or any of them. But if you see this out, pick it up, give it a try. Or if you're trying to fill up a buggy and get one more fragrance so you can get free shipping, give it a try. Dunhill Silver. Last but not least, this is probably the most expensive fragrance on the list, depending on where you get it. I know it's definitely the most expensive house, especially when you talk about the rest of fashion. And Bulgari Man. And I like this fragrance, I do. Again, performance on it is not the best. It is not a performer. It is not. But again, I think this is great to wear to church, great to wear to the office, or something we don't talk about. Hey, we men in our 40s, we have doctor's appointments. We got to go to the doctor on a regular basis now. So, we got to stay around, right? Got to stay healthy. You don't want to go in there, you want to smell nice and you want to leave that scent trail, but you don't want to, have them going, ugh. You don't go in there stanky either. It's one of the compliments that I've gotten from some of the fragrances that I've worn is, you smell nice. And then, they'll say, I wish all of our patients, smelled like you, because some of them come in there funky. So you want to come in there smelling good, but you don't want to light it up. You know what I'm saying? It does smell good. It's a citrus fragrance, but again, it's not the reinvention of the wheel. Very basic, but it does smell good. I think it's a banger of a fragrance. I think it's perfect for this time of the year. Again, you're not going to get hours and hours and hours of projection and oodles and kudos of longevity. You're just not with any of these. What you're going to get is a fragrance that's going to sit fairly close to the skin, but when they come in, I think they're going to like you. You might even get you some sugar water. I like it though. I like it. I like it as well as the Mercedes-Benz, and I'm thinking the next time I wear one of them, I think I may just try to layer them and see. Mercedes-Benz is really smelling good. It smells really good, and so does this. This dries down to a more professional citrus type of smell. It's gonna sit relatively close to the skin, as I just stated, but it's gonna be more classy, if that makes any sense. Almost like a barbershop fragrance with a little twist of slight citrus mixed in on it. Yeah, that's a good way to sum this one up. A little bit more professional than the rest of them, but still at the same time, it's still a very, and I'm not saying generic or basic in a bad way. I'm just saying they're just simple. They're just simple, but they work. Kind of like 4 tires on a car with air in them. It don't matter what brand they are if they're on flat, right? So you want them to have air in them so they roll. That's what these fragrances are. It don't matter whether they're Goodyear, Cooper, whatever. If it's on flat, it is no good. So these right here, I think will help you get the job done if you're just thinking about, I don't know what to wear anymore, or I want to spend a little money and get me just a good workhorse fragrance that I can wear every day, but I don't want to spend $16,000, then any of these will do. All right, man, listen, we'll get off of here, thumbnail it, get it together so you can see it. Happy Saturday. With one more Saturday close to the football season. I cannot wait. But anyway, you already know the drill, man. I love you all so much, and I really appreciate you all being the best part of this channel. So I love you all, and God bless you all. And until next time, man, thank y'all for returning to the scene of the crime. Yeah, appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Deuces.